So I saw it drop this past Tuesday. I was really excited for this movie. The trailers I thought looked really fun and entertaining. I'm a fan of those like tense stiller type movies, like movies like Wet Eye, where it's like one location, you're spending time with mostly with two characters, and it has that vibe of it has that tone of like a tension filled movie. And I was also say based on the director for this movie, like this is a director that did Happy Death Day 1 and 2 and Freaky. So I love the first Happy Death Day. I love Freaky. I enjoyed Happy Death Day 2, but didn't love it. So I've been really excited for this movie. I thought this was a great tight little thriller. This movie is at over an hour and a half, and it does a great job of just having tension. The only and these aren't really negatives. I can see some people having a problem with this one thing. The other thing is that the third act does get a little over the top. It didn't bother me, so it's not really a negative for me, but I would say it's a little nitpick where it does get over the top in the third act. The one thing that I could see bothering some people, whether this movie is going to make or break for you, is that the whole plot is that you have this mother who's about to go on a date, and she hasn't been dating for a while because they flash back to her husband who was abusive towards her, and he was like, it opens with showing that night where he was going to kill her and kill her kid. So she hasn't been dating for a while, and she's been talking to this guy for a couple months online. So she's about to go out and meet this guy. She's been talking to online for a couple of months, and the whole plot of the movie is that she gets these real drops on her phone, these real drop messages. So you wonder, okay, what's going on? And she has to like get up at certain points because this person who's dropping these messages, like you find out that this person has somebody in her house watching her kid, and her sister who's watching her kid while she's out on a date with this guy. And I can see some people having a hard time suspending disbelief when it comes to this element, where in the real world, I don't think there'll be a guy this good that would be this patient. If you're going on a date with a girl and she's constantly disappearing, going to the bathroom and acting weird, in the real world, I don't think realistically that person would be that patient. So you do have to suspend your disbelief there a little bit. And I can see that bothering some people. It didn't personally bother me because I was like so invested in the story and characters, and the movie did a great job of keeping me on the edge of my seat. But but just to just to go to let you know, like going in when you go watch this movie, I could see some people having trouble with suspending their disbelief with that element. Like you do have to suspend your disbelief a little bit in this movie with that element, and when you find out what she has to do to this guy she's going on a date on, it is a little ridiculous. So that's another element where yeah, it is a little ridiculous when you find out what she has to do to the guy. It didn't bother me, but it is one of those movies where you had to suspend your disbelief a little bit. So just to give you movie fans a heads up. But I thought this was just a great, tight, tense thriller. I think both actors are great in this. The main actress who plays the mother, her character's name is Violet, the widow single mother. I thought she was great in this. I thought she was fantastic. I felt invested in her character. I thought she was a very interesting character. Like I liked the little flashbacks to showing her like her abusive husband and showing why she doesn't really want to go, why she hasn't been dating for a while. And I think she was just a very likable character. And I thought the guy who played the guy she's going on a date on, I thought he was great too. He did a great job playing a very like just a good guy, a nice guy. And you were like, yeah, he's a. I could see why people find this actor charming. He just has a great charisma about him. He's very likable, and I thought the two had great chemistry. I really bought into the romance. So I thought they had great chemistry. I thought the characters were both great. It had great tension. I think this movie does a great job where it never overdoes it with comedy. Like you have comedy mainly coming from the waiter, which I think is really funny, but it never overdoes it. It feels like it always drops comedy off at the right moment, but it doesn't overdo it with the comedy, which is one of those I think this director does a great job in his previous movies. And this movie just had great tension. It kept you on the edge of your seat. It kept me guessing. Like when you find out who's dropping those messages on her phone, when it comes to like the person who's like I said dropping those messages on the phone, and you find out that this person has somebody in her house watching her kid and her sister. who's watching her kid. Like when you find out who it is, I was like, oh, I didn't even suspect that person. So it did a great job with that there. Where I was like, okay, you had me surprised there. I didn't see that coming. That wasn't who I was thinking for some reason. So the characters, I think, are extremely likable. Does a great job with Tessin. Like I said, it does get over the top towards the third act when you find out what she has to do. It is a little ridiculous, and like I said, the main thing is that you're gonna have to suspend your disbelief a little bit when it comes to in the real world, a guy who's on a date with a girl and she's acting weird like that. I don't think a guy would be that patient no matter how good the girl looks. But it's a movie. So for me personally, that just didn't bother me because I was so invested in the story and characters. So I would definitely recommend go check out Trop at the theaters until next time, movie fans.